Welcome back to UK Pro Writers, where we dive deep into pressing global issues. Today, we are exploring a topic that has been raising eyebrows in the business and innovation world: China's intellectual property theft and its impact on Western innovation and competitiveness. Before we get started, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay updated on our thought-provoking content. Now, let's jump into it. Importance of the research topic. Intellectual property theft by China poses a significant threat to Western innovation, as it undermines the core foundation of research and development, hindering the progress of industries crucial for economic growth. Understanding the extent of this theft is vital for policymakers and businesses to formulate effective strategies that safeguard intellectual property, ensuring a fair playing field for Western innovators in the global market. The research sheds light on the intricate dynamics between nations, emphasizing the urgent need for international collaboration to address intellectual property theft and sustain a climate that fosters innovation on a global scale. Real-world examples. To illustrate the real-world impact, consider the case of solar panel technology. Western companies investing heavily in renewable energy innovations often find their breakthroughs replicated by Chinese competitors. This not only hampers the economic potential of Western firms but also discourages further investments in sustainable technologies due to fears of intellectual property theft. Now, turning our attention to the pharmaceutical industry, we witness a similar narrative. Western pharmaceutical companies spend years and substantial resources developing life-saving drugs, only to face the challenge of counterfeit medications flooding the market, often traced back to illicit practices in China. This not only jeopardizes patient safety but also disincentivizes Western pharmaceutical firms from pursuing groundbreaking research. These examples underscore the critical importance of our research, as they highlight the pervasive impact of intellectual property theft on diverse industries, urging us to delve deeper into understanding and mitigating its consequences. Chapter 1: Introduction. Chapter 1 of any research is like setting the stage for a gripping play. In our case, the play revolves around the pervasive issue of intellectual property theft. Let's break down the key components. Research problem. Our research problem is the cornerstone of our study. For example, one might ask, to what extent does China's intellectual property theft hinder Western innovation and competitiveness? Research significance. Understanding the significance is crucial. For instance, the economic repercussions of IP theft are massive. It not only affects individual companies but also entire industries and national economies. Research questions. Crafting meaningful research questions is an art. Here are 3 examples. How does China's intellectual property theft impact Western companies' R&D investments? What are the long-term consequences of IP theft on Western technological advancements? How can Western nations effectively protect their intellectual property rights? Research objectives. Setting clear objectives guides the research. 3 sample objectives could be: assess the economic losses incurred by Western companies due to IP theft. Examine the strategies employed by China in intellectual property acquisition. Propose effective countermeasures to mitigate the impact of IP theft on Western innovation. Research rationale. The rationale explains why this study matters. For example, as the global economy becomes increasingly interconnected, safeguarding intellectual property is crucial for fostering innovation, economic growth, and maintaining a competitive edge. Chapter 2: Literature Review. Now, let's dive into Chapter 2, the Literature Review. Chapter 2, the Literature Review, encompasses an in-depth exploration of existing scholarly works and relevant literature related to the research topic. It critically analyzes theories, models, and empirical studies to establish a comprehensive understanding of the current state of knowledge, identifying gaps that the present study aims to address. Suitable subtopics. Topics such as the historical context of intellectual property, the evolution of IP laws, and case studies of notable IP theft incidents are suitable for this research. Theories and models. Theories like the resource-based view, RBV, can be adopted. This theory posits that a firm's resources, including intellectual property, contribute to its competitive advantage. Models like the Technology Acceptance Model, TAM, can help understand how users perceive and adopt technological innovations. Literature gap. Identifying a literature gap is crucial. For instance, the existing literature might focus on the economic impact of IP theft but overlook the psychological effects on innovation stakeholders. That gap is where our study steps in. Chapter 3, Methodology. Now, let's move on to Chapter 3, Methodology. Chapter 3, the methodology, outlines the research design and approach employed to investigate the research questions. It details the conceptual framework, research philosophy, approach, strategy, data analysis methods, ethical considerations, and limitations, providing a roadmap for the systematic execution of the study. Conceptual framework. Consider a framework with 3 independent variables like IP protection measures, international collaboration, and policy enforcement, impacting the dependent variable, innovation competitiveness. Research philosophy. A pragmatic research philosophy is suitable. It allows for a flexible approach, acknowledging the complex nature of the topic. Research approach. An inductive approach, starting with specific observations and building towards broader generalizations, suits our exploration of the nuanced aspects of IP theft. Research strategy. A case study strategy, focusing on specific instances of IP theft and their consequences, offers a deep understanding. Data analysis method. Given the complexity, a mixed methods approach could be effective. Quantitative data may include economic losses, while qualitative data captures the narrative of affected innovators. Ethical considerations. Consider the ethical implications, like obtaining informed consent from interviewees. An example would be ensuring anonymity for employees sharing their experiences of IP theft. Limitations and delimitations. Acknowledge limitations, such as potential biases in data sources. Delimitations could be focusing solely on the technological sector due to its high susceptibility to IP theft. Chapter 4, Data Analysis. In Chapter 4, we delve into data analysis, building on our methodology. Quantitative analysis. For quantitative data, consider a sample size of 200 companies across various industries. Analyze economic losses using statistical methods like regression analysis. Qualitative analysis. For qualitative data, conduct in-depth interviews with 15 innovation leaders. Use thematic analysis to extract common patterns and insights. Chapter 5, Conclusion and Recommendations. As we reach the conclusion, it's time to wrap up the findings and offer valuable insights. Conclusion. Summarize the key findings, highlighting the impact of IP theft on Western innovation and competitiveness. Discuss implications for policymakers and businesses. Recommendations. Provide actionable recommendations, such as strengthening international cooperation on IP protection, enhancing corporate cybersecurity, and advocating for stricter IP enforcement. Future research suggestions. Before we sign off, consider future research avenues. Exploring the cultural and political aspects influencing IP theft or analyzing the role of emerging technologies in IP protection could be promising areas for further investigation. Thank you for joining us on this enlightening journey into the intricate world of intellectual property theft. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your peers, and let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe for more in-depth analyses on global issues. Until next time, stay informed and stay curious.